off without a hitch. And here we go. We're right into this.
We're going to go and get this finals. Get this popping.
Who goes home and who goes to grand finals to play for. I actually don't know how big the final pot was, but there were some sizable donations.
Yeah, which is good stuff, and it was definitely great to see anonymous sources being able to contribute, just to be able to see this type of participation level here at Super Street Fighter 4 AE.
And now we see Sanford Kelly going back to owning.
Yes, which is interesting.
I'd be interested in talking to him and finding out what his rationale is behind going to Oni. I'm not going to say that it's a bad decision.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
that I'm
going to say
knocking.
it's a good decision. I'm just curious. Exactly. I'm curious what his reasoning is and why Oni over Sagat in this matchup. Perhaps because he knows that Gridman, Craig's brother, Rob, who is weak sauce, also is a very proficient Sagat, and Gridman has a lot of experience in that matchup. They live in the same house. They practice together all the time. So maybe it's as simple as that, as just knowing the matchup. I know that. Although, in fairness, I think the Gridman also plays Oni, or did. I don't know if he does much anymore.
Yeah.
So perhaps he knows that matchup just as well. I don't know. Again, it really comes down to whatever reason Sanford chooses and decides. It's his knowledge and his alone.
Right.
He chooses to share it.
And Sanford, being a jack of all trades player, it definitely works to his advantage. Unlike someone like Gridman, that basically just has to go off the knowledge of other people. Sanford actually just saying, look, I'll just pick somebody up and just see how well you can handle my overall knowledge of this character.
True, and that's a good point. I think to Gridman's credit, I think he's probably one of the guys out there finding these setups with Viper. He's coming up with his own stuff. I know he works extremely hard, so not to knock him. It's more just a matter of a compliment to Sanford to say he can pick up a character like Oni and just he can get this far with a pocket Oni, and it's not free. I hate some of these slang terms like salty and free, but in a situation like this, it describes it best. It's not easy for Craig to just roll through just because he's playing Oni.
No, absolutely.
Close call.
And I'm glad you didn't say Omega free, because obviously for all the people that have come out here and have made top 8 are the furthest thing away from Omega free.
Absolutely. Anybody who can get into top 8 is, worthy of your respect. Not you personally, worthy of anybody out there watching, worthy of your respect, worthy of your, just paying attention and, trying to pick up what you can from these people. They've got skills that some of us others who, can't make it to top 8 can really take notes on and improve our own play. I know that, I watch Gridman in particular, again, I train with him from time to time.
Yep.
I watch him for a lot of sort of situational knowledge, when to attack, when to play footsies, when to transition to zoning, and things like that.
Which is exactly what they're doing right now. There's a series of zoning, and so to go back to the match there, we see that Sanford has done a very good job being able to keep Gridman out, but now at this point it doesn't matter. It is now matched up. Gridman getting those flame kicks, seeing if he can be able to block that, and he just said, you know what, I'm just going to let it rip and go for the chip.
And I want to call attention to something really smart that Gridman did there. I think it looked like he went for an EX Seismo feint.
Yes, he did.
To effectively dodge an attack. I think the startup is invincible, so he managed to have no hitbox while during the active frames, dodged it, and then he hit a counterattack of his own. And it's things like that that just show that situational awareness and knowledge that allows him to get to this point and be in top 8 and be playing in losers finals for a chance to go to grand finals.
Yes, which I am personally looking forward to. I can't wait till we actually get that into our rotation there.
Blocking the cross-up, going for a Thunder Knuckle, hits him with a grab, and here's an important mix-up for Gridman. And Sanford showing he knows how to block it.
Sanford showing that amount of knowledge, being one of the most proficient players in the East Coast, basically considered to be the old guard players for Empire Arcadia, and that is actually why he's here today. We're able to show Gridman, you know what? I got tools.
Extremely smart move there from Sanford Kelly. He sees the opportunity, burns all of his meter, or almost all of his meter, to get Gridman down to a point where he can chip him out with an EX uppercut, and then takes the match, and we are now at 1-1. Going right in the round, or I suppose
they're not wasting any time. Basically, it's match point. It could be anyone's game to see who's going to be going home.
That'll be big damage there. And there's the stun. Gridman is going to get some. Oh, wow. Goes for the reset.
Replay. did not want to actually drop that. Gridman definitely not counting on a drop attack right there.
And a stun back the other way.
Wow. That's got to be a mental guard break just slightly for Gridman.
Smart
He made a
play.
couple execution errors there in round
Well, again,
one.
I wouldn't count on that. I think. What's that? Is that the no 1-1?
It's 1-1.
1-1. Sorry, a little bit of confusion with the stream there. I just want to make sure we have the store up to date. Anyways,
But yeah, definitely not. I wouldn't say really to retract that statement. Definitely not execution errors, but basically just as far as a missed opportunity, and then Sanford to slightly maybe take advantage of that and try to get that in his favor, which he's just done. So it is now.
we're in losers finals, so I think this is 3 out of 5.
Yes. Okay. So it's now
I always,
2-1.
again, I always forget when we get to the finals that it's 3 out of 5.
That's because it just gets so hectic, and then we get all wrapped up too. We go on tangents, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, the match is over.
Exactly, it moves so quickly, and it's just so, even if you're following it with a fine-tooth comb,
Yes.
you're there are going to be things that just happen so quickly that take your attention away, and it's hard to keep up with everything. So again, just another compliment to all of our players who are getting to this point in the tournament, being able to maintain their composure. It's just impressive performance from both sides. And now Replayed Gridman here is going to hope to win 2 matches straight.
Hopefully he can convert, and that didn't, as far as that last loss, didn't really get him too much. Typically, things don't really seem to phase Craig that much when he goes into battle against some of the players.
No, absolutely not. He's very,
He's serene to a point.
yes. I think that is the best way to put it. He's serene to a point, but he can get in your face, and he'll tell you when he's doing something good, and he's telling you when you're doing something dumb.
And then when the opportunity calls for it, he will definitely do a pop-off. As we saw earlier today in the 5-on-5 exhibition.
Now Craig in a tough position. He's got about 1 chip of health left. He's got to watch out for that EX Dragon Punch that he knows Sanford likes to do.
Doesn't have much health left.
Backdash there.
Sanford doing a very good job keeping him at bay. Still has a little bit of health.
A smart dog.
Really
under.
nice. Very nice. So he's got Seismos, hoping that Sanford won't be able to block.
There's the chip.
Awesome move right there.
You could not have asked for a more exciting round end there.
Wow.
That's the man. Jetpack into EX Tatsu.
That was a phenomenal
amidst a
move
barrage
right
of flame kicks. I think one more combo, and I think Sanford's going to
Sanford might be stunned if he gets hit here.
I think it's probably one.
At this point, it definitely has reset itself. Oh,
Wow.
This could
That's
hurt.
gonna be big damage.
And it does.
Replayed Gridman around,
Taking it.
and you can hear in the background Massachusetts getting very
They're on their
excited.
feet here at Guts 2012. First major put together by Jamie York and AG Lucky D. Hope you guys are enjoying it at home. Joining now with my hosts, Brandon and Chris Bond. Follow me, by the way, at Bondism. Hope you guys are enjoying everything so far.
I'd plug my own Twitter if I had one, but I don't, so just follow Bond. He's a good player. He's got a lot of good stuff up there.
Right now we're enjoying actually Sanford Kelly putting on a show of us against Replay D Gridman. It is very awesome watching these two guys. A lot of great talent, definitely a lot of high level play, a lot of great tactics here, and seeing all this being able to execute right before our very eyes.
I'm surprised he went for the empty jump into the grab
So
there.
am
He
I.
could have gotten some damage if he had gone for a cross up into a burn kick. Smart move there.
very good.
Now it's interesting to note that Seismo will not hit full screen against most characters unless you go for some sort of move where it extends your hitbox. Gridman takes the round.
It's now 2-2 in
we are
losers
at
finals.
match point. And again, remember, the winner of this goes to grand finals, where they're going to compete for the #1 spot. Both players, I would say both players deserve it. Both players skilled.
Yes.
Both players have put in their time. Oh, that focus was
That was
almost
very nice.
a tough break for Gridman.
Sanford trying to get, hopefully get like a knockdown so he can start his board to see, but it doesn't look like Gridman's just allowing him to get any type of offensive pressure on.
And like I said, those burn kicks.
Those things, he just hurt so much, and he's kind of getting stunned. Once he gets there, this is it.
That's a move right right there that I
Just as soon
know.
as I said that, there it goes.
That's a move that I know Craig to use to great effect. He will every now and then throw the mix-up of, I don't know what the input is, but it's Viper's shoulder or elbow drop as an overhead, and it's slow, but his play uses it so infrequently that I feel like no one ever sees it coming. And right there, he got the start and he got the round.
I definitely would see the Sanford wouldn't see him coming in. Much as his execution, his read abilities is exceptional, he's only human. And we basically saw what took place of that is match point, replay, Gridman.
He's got a nice life lead.
There we go.
There's some big damage. Sanford's going to have to get something going real quick if he wants to turn this around. I'd say one burn kick will do
Sanford might be going home.
This is a tense
He's
moment
going to have to
here.
work really hard in order to get something here. It may take a miracle and a little bit more in order
In
for.
fairness, Gridman doesn't have any meter. There's not much he can do.
That is true.
He needs to guess with the seismo if he's going to try to, throw some of those.
That is true. Sanford only needs 1 or 2 good setups in order to get this set tied back.
With 3 bars and an ultra, I would say Oni can definitely deal enough damage to pull this round out. Craig inching ever closer to the corner. Wow,
That was it right there.
And there it
Craig
is.
Stevens, a.k.a. Replay D. Gridman, sending EMP Sanford Kelly home here at Guts 2012.
Replay Gridman advancing to Grand Final.